Before I pushed the throttle, I took a moment to study the control panel more carefully. Among the array of switches and buttons, 3 caught my attention immediately. "Wait," I said into the comm. "What's this one, the one labeled 180? "Emergency reverse maneuver." Dick's voice came through crisp and clear. "Hydraulic spin. You can pivot the entire vehicle on its axis in less than 2 seconds. Useful when you're heading into a dead end with hostiles on your tail." My fingers traced lower on the panel. "And these, bat sub mode, bat wing mode." There was a pause. Then Bruce's voice, tinged with something like nostalgia. "The vehicle is amphibious and has limited flight capability. The turbine can angle downward for vertical thrust, and the frame reinforces to handle water pressure up to 200 feet. Incredible. I couldn't keep the excitement from my voice. Flying and swimming. I'd say this car has definitely been updated since your day, Bruce. Don't get cocky, Bruce warned, but I could hear the smile in his words. Master those features before you try showing off. The flight mode drains power fast, and the submarine configuration is only for emergencies. Noted. I wrapped both hands around the wheel, feeling its weight, its potential. Through the canopy, I could see Selina watching intently, her blue eyes reflecting the glow of the monitors. I put the Batmobile into gear. The simulation threw me directly into Gotham's maze-like streets. Rain hammered the virtual windshield, and the HUD painted the route in amber lines that snaked through narrow alleys and across slick boulevards. Despite the vehicle's raw power vibrating through every surface, I kept myself cautious, easing into the throttle. 70 miles per hour. The buildings blurred past, rendered in perfect detail by whatever cutting-edge software Dick had installed. Pedestrians scattered. A delivery truck swerved. 80 miles per hour. The steering was remarkably responsive, almost too sensitive. The slightest adjustment of the wheel translated into immediate directional change. I took a corner onto Finger Street, feeling the vehicle's weight shift, the tires gripping despite the simulated rain. "Heart rate elevated but stable," Bruce reported from outside. "Reaction time is good. Take the next left, there's an obstacle sequence." I swung left onto a street I recognized from real life, the avenue that ran past Robinson Park. In the simulation, it was crowded with abandoned vehicles, forcing me to weave between them. My water polo reflexes kicked in, that same spatial awareness I'd developed dodging opponents in the pool, anticipating angles and trajectories. The Batmobile slipped through gaps that looked impossibly narrow. "Nicely done," Dick said. "Now accelerate, you've got hostiles inbound." The HUD lit up with red triangles, 3 vehicles closing fast from behind. I pushed the throttle harder, feeling the jet turbine's full power for the first time. The acceleration pressed me back into the seat like a physical force. 100 miles per hour, 120. The world became a tunnel of light and shadow. "Dead end ahead," Bruce announced calmly. 45 seconds. I could see it through the simulation, a brick wall blocking the street, construction barriers on either side. The red triangles were gaining. No time to turn around conventionally. My thumb found the switch labeled 180. "Executing emergency reverse," I said and pressed it. The Batmobile's response was instantaneous and violent. Hydraulics screamed. The vehicle spun on its axis so fast the G-forces made my vision gray at the edges. For one disorienting moment, I was facing backward at full speed, staring at my pursuers. Then the spin completed, and I was rocketing forward again, but now in the opposite direction. The 3 hostile vehicles swerved wildly, trying to avoid collision. 2 crashed into each other. The third managed to stay on course, still pursuing. "Show off," Selina's voice came through, warm with approval. "You taught her that move," Bruce said to Dick, accusatory. "Guilty," Dick replied cheerfully. I brought the Batmobile to a controlled stop, letting the simulation's remaining hostile close the distance. When it was 20 feet away, I hit another switch, the one Dick had pointed out earlier. The turbine's roar intensified behind me, the pitch climbing to something almost supersonic. Then fire erupted from the exhaust ports, a massive gout of flame that filled the street like dragon's breath. The pursuing vehicle disappeared in the inferno, and my HUD registered it as neutralized. That is badass. I couldn't help myself. The kid in me who'd fought Freddy Krueger, who'd trained for years to become something more than human, was absolutely giddy. The simulation ended. The garage materialized around me again, solid and real. I popped the canopy and found all three of them staring. Time, I asked. 3 minutes, 42 seconds, Dick said slowly. First run, that's actually better than my first attempt. Natural talent, Bruce said, though his expression was calculating. Or the dream angels are enhancing your reflexes more than we thought. The mention of the dream angels sent a small chill through my elation. My nose hadn't bled since yesterday, but Bruce's warnings about the cost of reality manipulation still echoed. How much had saving those people at the construction site changed me? Selina approached the cockpit, leaning against the frame. You looked terrified and exhilarated at the same time. That's about right, I admitted, climbing out. My legs felt shaky, adrenaline still coursing through my system. How many more runs before you trust me with the real thing? Bruce exchanged a glance with Dick. 2 more simulations, different scenarios. Then we do a live test run tonight, low traffic area. If you pass that, she's yours. 12 hours until the Ice Princess event at Robinson Park, Dick added quietly. We need to finalize our plan. Gordon called while you were in the sim. He wants to meet. Says he's found something about Penguin's operation that we need to know. The moment crystallized. Training was over. The real test was beginning. Then let's not waste time, I said. Run the next simulation.